Ladies and gentlemen, the laureate of the Kyoto Prize are to enter. Her Imperial Highness Princess Takamado makes her entrance. Please rise. Please have your seats. Now we open the 2012 Kyoto Prize presentation ceremony. First of all, on behalf of the organizer, Dr. Hiroo Imura, Chairman of the Inamori Foundation, is going to address you. Today, we are deeply honored to extend a special welcome to Her Imperial Highness Princess Takamado, Honorary President of the Inamori Foundation. The Inamori Foundation is also greatly pleased and honored by the presence of the ambassadors and consul general from many countries and of our many distinguished guests at this solemn and spectacular 2012 Kyoto Prize presentation ceremony. Let us congratulate Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland, Dr. Yoshinori Osumi, and Professor Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak on their receiving the 2012 Kyoto Prize. I would like to commend them for their great achievements and extend the heartfelt congratulations on behalf of the Inamori Foundation. The Inamori Foundation was established in 1984 by Kazuo Inamori, president of the foundation and the founder of Kyocera Corporation. The foundation held the first Kyoto Prize in the following year and has awarded the prize to individuals and groups who have made outstanding contribution to the betterment of human life through great achievement in the three categories of advanced technology, basic sciences, and arts and philosophy. The Kyoto Prize is unique by rewarding those who have contributed to spiritual side in addition to those in the field of technology and natural science. For the prize was established based on the conviction of President Inamori that the future of humanity can be assured only through a balance of scientific progress and spiritual depth. We, living in the 21st century, have been given health and longevity that the past human being had not obtained ever, and enjoying benefits of prosperous material civilization thanks to the development of scientific technology and economy. However, Lehman Brothers bankruptcy and the financial crisis triggered by Europe could have an impact to shake the very foundation of world economy. Furthermore, there is no end to international disputes and civil wars around the world, and the poverty and health problem in the developing countries have not been resolved. Turning our eyes to the domestic matters, reconstruction after the Great East Japan earthquake has been made little progress, and the border issues with the neighbor countries cast dark clouds on the future. We cannot but have an anxiety as we may be losing the most important things as human beings at the cost of affluence. We now have to learn again from the history and ponder the way to go from the wisdom that human being has developed. The Kyoto Prize has been awarding a number of laureates who represent the intellectuals since its establishment. The laureates are the people who made great achievement in terms of science and technology or arts and philosophy and contributed to the progress of the human civilizations. We successfully added this year 3 laureates and their excellent achievement onto the Kyoto Prize history. I am assured that there must be many things that we can learn in the history of Kyoto Prize for the future of humankind. The Kyoto Prize marked the 28th awarding this year. We sense a strong mission to keep alight the torch of ideals at its establishment, that we ought to contribute to the development of science and technology and the spiritual depths of humanity. We wish to continue our endeavor, outreaching Kyoto Prize philosophy to the world world and contribute to the human society confronting the crisis. We all here at the Inamori Foundation have renewed our determination to work even harder for the world of tomorrow, and we would like to solicit your continued support and cooperation. This was Dr. Hiro Imura, Chairman of the Inamori Foundation.
Now we would like to call upon Her Imperial Highness Princess Takamado, who is the Honorary President of Inamori Foundation. She is going to give us her felicitations. The 2012 Kyoto Prize presentation ceremony this year is being held with splendid manner, and I am together with you to celebrate. That is certainly a great joy of mine. This year's laureates, Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland in Advanced Technology category, Dr. Yoshinori Osumi in the category Basic Research, Professor Gayatori Chakraborty Spivak in the category of Art and Philosophy. I am extending sincere congratulations on the laureates. 3 laureates this year for many years have endeavored to develop the science and art and contributing a lot for making the society and the world warmer, gentler, and more wonderful. They have made earnest efforts to give people dreams and possible peace. 2 great accomplishments of the laureates. Let me pay great respect. Kyoto Prize was established by the founder, Dr. Inamori, with the idea striving to the greater good for mankind and the world. And they recognized and commended people who contribute a lot for the development of science, civilization, or deepening of the spiritual elements. Now, Kyoto Prize has been gaining the good reputation inside and outside of the country as one of the representative international awards. And Kyoto Prize has grown to the one of the outstanding international prize. Let me express my cordial wish that each laureate this year will further contribute to the happiness of all the mankind, and that Kyoto Prize will continue to commend the wisdom of the human beings, leading to the further contribution for progress of mankind and world peace. That concludes my address. Thank you very much. That was the address from Her Imperial Highness Princess Takamado, Honorary President of Inamori Foundation.
Prior to the presentation of the prizes, Dr. Shigetada Nakanishi, Chairman of the Kyoto Prize Executive Committee, is going to address you. On behalf of the Kyoto Prize Executive Committee, I would like to report on the selection of the 2012 Kyoto Prize laureates. The 2012 Kyoto Prize in Advanced Technology is awarded to Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland in the field of information science for his pioneering achievement in the development of computer graphics and interactive interfaces. The Kyoto Prize in Basic Sciences goes to Dr. Yoshinori Osumi in the field of life sciences, molecular biology, cell biology, neurobiology for his outstanding contribution to elucidating the molecular mechanisms and the physiological significance to autophagy, a cellular adaptive system to environment. The 2012 Kyoto Prize in Arts and Philosophy is awarded to Professor Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak in the field of thought and ethics. She was recognized as a critical theorist and educator speaking for the humanities against intellectual colonialism in relation to the globalized world. I would like to extend my sincere congratulations to each of the three laureates. The selection process of the Kyoto Prize in each field involves 3 stages. Candidates nominated by the specialists all over the world are screened initially by the Kyoto Prize Selection Committee and then by the Kyoto Prize Committee. Final selection is carried out by the Kyoto Prize Executive Committee. Each committee consists of Japanese scholars and experts of deep insight in specific fields. I observed the committee deliberation as the chairman of the Kyoto Prize Executive Committee and recognized that the wide-ranging, careful research and earnest discussion had been given at each committee. I would like to extend my heartfelt respect to all committee members involved in the selection for their long-term efforts and cooperation. Its stringent and impartial screening has been proved by the laureates, who truly deserve to be ranked among the greatest intellectual treasures of humankind, significantly contributing to the peace of human society and development of civilization. The Inamori Foundation has the written philosophy of the Kyoto Prize, in which Dr. Kazuo Inamori, founder and president, expresses reasons and wish for establishing the Kyoto Prize. He wishes to celebrate laureates not only for their towering achievement in their fields, but also for their lifelong dedication to extending mastery of their specialties and their admirable characters. All of the committee members share and keep this philosophy in mind throughout the selection process. The 3 laureates named here today have profound humanity and enriched the human spirit with their brilliant ideas, diligent efforts, and ability to pursue their concept. And that makes the committee members very proud. We feel greatly privileged to have selected the 2012 Kyoto Prize laureates, who are embodiment of the philosophy of the Kyoto Prize. It is also more gratifying to us that we are able to add these 3 individuals to our list of celebrated laureates and proudly present them to the world. Let me congratulate once again the laureates and their families and take this opportunity to extend a heartfelt gratitude to many individuals both in Japan and abroad who have been involved in nominating the candidate or in selecting the 2012 Kyoto Prize laureates. This was Dr. Shigetada Nakanishi, Chairman of the Kyoto Prize Executive Committee. Now is a presentation of the prizes. First is the Kyoto Prize in Advanced Technology. The laureate of the Kyoto Prize in Advanced Technology is Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland. The citation is given by Chair of the Kyoto Prize Committee in Advanced Technology, Dr. Shunichi Amari.
For the category of advanced technology, let me give you the citation. This year's field for Kyoto Prize in this category is Information Science, and laureate is Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland. Let me give you the citation. The title is Pioneering Achievements in the Development of Computer Graphics and Interactive Interfaces. Let me give you details. Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland has been responsible for many pioneering advances in and fundamental contributions to the computer graphics technology used for information presentation, as well as the interactive interfaces that allow people to utilize computers without the need for programming. Computer graphics now have numerous applications ranging from films, games, and other forms of entertainment to educational materials, scientific and technological simulations, and design aids for industrial designers. Most computer graphics in use today can trace their origins back to Sketchpad, which was developed by Dr. Sutherland in 1963. Allowing the user to directly manipulate figures on a screen through a pointing device, its interactive interface was years ahead of its time. Sketchpad was capable of automatically generating accurate drawings from rough sketches by depicting the component elements of objects and their interrelationships. Today's computer-aided design CAD system is a highly influential descendant of this innovative program. Dr. Sutherland has designed many of the fundamental algorithms now used in computer graphics, such as the algorithm that determines which edges and faces of objects to display on the limited space available on a screen. He also created the Sword of Damocles, the world's first head-mounted 3D display system, thus opening up the new field of virtual reality. In addition to his research at universities, Dr. Sutherland has been actively involved in product development at various private enterprises. In 1968, he co-founded the Evans and Sutherland Computer Corporation with his colleagues at the University of Utah, which developed computer graphics workstations such as the ESV series, among others. Dr. Sutherland's research group has also produced many talented individuals, such as the founders of Silicon Graphics Inc., Pixar Animation Studios, and Adobe Systems Inc., to name but a few. Dr. Sutherland, who is considered the father of computer graphics for these achievements, has made significant contributions to the creation of the world, enabling interactive use of computers. For these reasons, the Inamori Foundation is pleased to present the 2012 Kyoto Prize in Advanced Technology to Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland. Now, let me introduce to you Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland. Kyoto Prize was just presented to Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland, who pioneered the new possibility for computer engineering.
Next, the presentation of the Kyoto Prize in Basic Sciences. The laureate of the Kyoto Prize in Basic Sciences is Dr. Yoshinori Osumi. Citation is given by the chairman of the Kyoto Prize Selection Committee in Basic Sciences, Dr. Yuji Kohara. Citation, Kyoto Prize in Basic Sciences. Life Sciences, Molecular Science, Cellular Biology, and Neurobiology is a field, and the laureate is Dr. Yoshinori Osumi. Citation. He has received award for outstanding contribution to elucidating the molecular mechanism and physiological significance of autophagy. Dr. Yoshinori Osumi has made groundbreaking contribution to science in his cellular genetic study of autophagy, a cellular self-cannibalization in yeast, a cellular process that degrades protein in order to adapt to the nutritional environment and others factors. Autophagy was first proposed in the early 1960s, having been inferred from the observation that cytosolic components, such as mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum, are found in single-layered membranes within the lysosome, known as the food vacuole or phagosome in animal cells. The term autophagy refers to a process whereby intracellular components, the organelles, are incorporated into the lysosome for degradation. For some time, the phenomenon was reported to occur in variety of cells and some organs, but the molecular mechanism and the physiological significance remained unclear. In 1992, while studying the function of vacuole using the budding yeast Saccharomyces, Dr. Osumi discovered that the intracellular components and organelles enclosed by single-layered membrane appeared within the vacuole if proteinase B deficient strains were exposed to a low-nutrient culture medium. This was the first demonstration that autophagy could be induced in yeast. By following this observation, Dr. Osumi then isolated a number of mutants in which autophagy is not induced even if proteases are inhibited and nutrients are depleted. His discovery of autophagy in yeast and these mutants paved the way for analysis of the molecular mechanisms involved in autophagy. Thus far, his findings have led to the identification of several dozen molecules involved in autophagy, and functional analysis of these molecules is shedding light on the pathway determining how the de novo formation of a membrane structure containing intracellular components organelles and its fusion with the lysosome takes place in response to starvation and other stimulus. The discovery of factors involved in the autophagic process in yeast has also helped to identify their homologs in mammalian and other animal cells. This has in turn enabled many researchers to reveal the broad physiological significance of autophagy in animals, namely that autophagy is essential for neonates to adapt to the starvation state at birth, that autophagy is necessary to prevent neural cell death, as it hinders accumulation of abnormal proteins in nerves, and that metabolic turnover via autophagy is vital to the maintenance of myocardial contraction. Dr. Osumi's contribution to this field deserves high recognition as he has opened the door to elucidating the molecular mechanisms and the physiological significance of autophagy, a cellular self-cannibalization system that represents a vital and fundamental process in living organisms. For this reason, the Inemori Foundation is pleased to present the 2012 Kyoto Prize in Basic Sciences to Dr. Yoshinori Osumi. Now, we would like to introduce Dr. Yoshinori Osumi. For his outstanding contribution in further advancement of life sciences, Dr. Yoshinori Osumi has received the Kyoto Prize.
Lastly, the category of Arts and Philosophy. Laureate for 2012 Kyoto Prize in Arts and Philosophy is Professor Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak. Citation is going to be reported from the chairperson of Kyoto Prize Committee for this category. Now, let me give you the citation for 2012 Kyoto Prize Laureate in Arts and Philosophy. This year's field in this category is Thoughts and Ethics, and Professor Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak was selected as a laureate. A critical theorist and educator speaking for the humanities against intellectual colonialism in relation to the globalized world. That's the contribution. Now let me give you the details. Professor Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak is an Indian intellectual who has applied a sharp critical scalpel to intellectual colonialism, which is being reproduced afresh in a heavily globalized modern world in the form of geopolitical configurations between power and knowledge, through which different regions, classes, ethnic groups, religions, generations, genders, and other factors are all complexly intertwined. Professor Spivak has shifted the literary critical theory of deconstruction into contemporary political, economic, and cultural dimensions, and while exerting an influence on historical studies, political science, and feminism, she has presented her own cultural and critical theory for the humanities. Her best-known work, Can the Subaltern Speak?, discusses the subalterns, those who are economically dispossessed, forcibly marginalized, and rendered without agency by their social status. In this article, she listens carefully to the subaltern voice, which has been historically muted, and she sounds a pungent warning against its newly formed identity made in the process of representation by others, and against the structure of oppression that arises therein. Epitomizing her concept, the approach of unlearning. That means undermining one's own privileged position and learning in the face of the geopolitical situation of knowledge, had strongly influenced the development of post-colonialism, which criticizes the politics, economy, and culture, which were once supposed to surmount the framework of nation-states, have instead come to function as a form of renewed colonialism. She made the great influence on the post-colonialism. Against this emerging colonialism, she denies the closed imagination of nationalism and values the transnational imaginations that comes into play in the plurality of different cultures deeply rooted in languages. Alongside her intensive engagement in the study of different languages, she has been speaking for the humanities by closely analyzing literary and historical texts in terms of their internal connections with the geopolitical situation and in the context of the global economy. Through this work, Professor Spivak has successfully demonstrated the possibility of the humanities, such as comparative literature, to criticize the contemporary international political situation. Underlying Professor Spivak's worldview is a philosophy of life that impels her to come down from the pulpit and forge a path through academic activism. Retaining her Indian nationality, she teaches in the United States of America and attends discussions and gatherings around the world. She also pays periodic visits to her home state of West Bengal and works for literacy education in rural villages and translation of local literature in India and Bangladesh. Professor Spivak is committed to fulfilling what she regards as a profound and ethical responsibility toward minorities who have been deprived of language and history through an invisible structure of oppression, and her social work in this regard has earned her considerable empathy and sincere respect around the world. For these reasons, the Inamori Foundation is pleased to present the 2012 Kyoto Prize in Arts and Philosophy to Professor Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak. Let me introduce Professor Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak to the audience. Great interest given to the thoughts and the ethics. Now Kyoto Prize was just presented to Professor Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak.
Now, we would like to introduce you the congratulatory messages we have received. First is congratulatory message from Mr. Yoshihiko Noda, Prime Minister of Japan. His message is read by his proxy, Kenko Adachi, Vice Minister for Economy, Trade and Industry. I would like to extend my congratulations to the presentation of 2012 Kyoto Prizes honored by the presence of Her Imperial Highness Princess Takamado. The Kyoto Prize was established based on the conviction of Dr. Inamori, President of the Foundation, that we on earth have no higher calling than to serve the greater good of humankind society, and honors distinguished individuals who have made outstanding contribution in their field of academia to the betterment of human life through their lifelong dedication. I would like to offer my congratulations to laureates Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland, Dr. Yoshinori Osumi, and Professor Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak. Dr. Sutherland made great achievement in the field of computer graphics and interactive interfaces. He opened a world of virtual reality and made pioneering and fundamental contribution for today's development of computer industry. Dr. Osumi achieved leading researches in elucidating autophagy, cellular mechanism of cannibalization adapting to its nutritional environment, and shed light on its molecular physiological mechanisms. Dr. Spivak identified the issue of those historically socially muted people or the subaltern in her studies of the humanities with her own perspectives, and had a great impact on the intellectuals throughout the world through her involvement in education. I would like to express the deep respect to the laureates who made strenuous efforts in their fields with a conviction to work for the betterment of the humanity and charted new paths. And with the presentation of the prize, I hope that they're going to make further achievement. My deep sense of respect goes to Dr. Inamori, President of the Foundation, and all of you involved in the Kyoto Prize for your passionate contribution in commending those outstanding individuals. I sincerely hope that you are going to have further development and health. To all the participants, and this concludes my congratulatory message. November 10th, 2012, Prime Minister of Japan, Yoshihiko Noda.
That was the congratulatory message from the Prime Minister of Japan, Yoshihiko Noda. Next is the congratulatory message from the President of the Republic of India, President Pranab Kumar Mukherjee. That is read by Proxy Consul General, Mr. Vikas Swaroop. He is the Consul General of the Republic of India, Osaka, Kobe.
It is my honor to read out the message sent by the President of India. I would like to extend my hearty congratulations to the distinguished awardees of the 2012 Kyoto Prize, Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland, Dr. Yoshinori Osumi, and Professor Gayatri Chakravarti Spivak, whose accomplishments have contributed significantly to the scientific, cultural, and spiritual betterment of humanity. I am particularly pleased at the recognition conferred on Professor Gayatri Chakravarti Spivak, who is the first Indian to be honored with this prestigious award. She has excelled as a literary critic and educator who has championed the cause of humanities, articulating against intellectual colonialism. Her distinguished efforts to the cause of social justice, both as an academic and an activist, correspond to the ethical concerns that India stands for. Her visionary contribution in the fields of arts and philosophy makes every Indian proud. On this occasion, I would also like to thank the Inamori Foundation for their efforts in recognizing distinguished individuals whose contributions have made a difference to mankind. Signed, Pranab Mukherjee.
Thank you very much. That was the congratulatory message from the President Pranab Kumar Mukherjee from the Republic of India.
Next is congratulatory message from President Barack Obama of the United States of America. His message is read by Mr. Patrick J. Linehan, Consul General of the United States of America, Osaka, Kobe.
I have the honor of reading a message from the White House. I send greetings to all those attending the 2012 Kyoto Prize presentation ceremony. For the past 27 years, the Kyoto Prize has acknowledged the outstanding achievements of visionaries from around the world. This prestigious award highlights accomplishments that deepen our understanding of the world and inspire us to realize new possibilities for the future. This year's honorees represent the height of excellence in their disciplines. I extend my congratulations to all the winners, including American computer scientist Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland of Portland State University, whose pioneering work helped pave the way for people around the world to tap into the power of modern computing. As you gather on this special occasion, I wish you all the best. Signed, Barack Obama, President of the United States.
This was a message from President Barack Obama of the United States of America. Now we invite the laureate of the 2012 Kyoto Prize for the acceptance speeches. First is the laureate of the Kyoto Prize in Advanced Technology, Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland. Now we introduce you, Dr. Sutherland.
Your Imperial Highness, Dr. Inamori, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Accepting the 2012 Kyoto Prize in Advanced Technology is a singular honor for me. I join today a glorious company of previous and future awardees with whom I am proud to stand. The skill of the awardees gives prestige to the Kyoto Prize. This Kyoto Prize in Advanced Technology honors the work of the past, but I'm happy to know that the Inamori Foundation also honors the work of the future by supporting promising young people. Grants to young people do much more for humanity than prizes for old folks like me. I thank those young people in advance for the prestige they will yet add to the Kyoto Prize. Let me thank those who supported a younger me. First, I thank my late parents. Mother taught me language with lessons in poetry and diction. Father gave me his love of engineering, showing me how physical laws guide what an engineer must do to make things work. I thank my older brother, Bert Sutherland, who pioneered our young experiments in radio and digital logic. I thank also my children and their mother for their support, understanding, and affection. This Kyoto Prize in Advanced Technology recognizes my early work in computer graphics. The 1963 program that I called Sketchpad was possible only because of the TX2 computer, which was then the most powerful computer in the world. I thank Wes Clark, the brilliant designer of TX2, not only for his superb machine, but also for letting me use it as my personal computer for hundreds of hours. I wish Wes and the TX2 could stand here beside me and share this amazing honor. I owe much to my business mentors, the late Dave Evans and the late Teddy Walkowitz. They guided me in a successful computer graphics business. Later, I worked for more than 25 happy years with my partners and friends, Bob Sproul and Bert Sutherland. Together, we founded Sun Microsystems Laboratory, the research laboratory of a great company. Let me not forget the places that provided me with the colleagues and friends that make work fun. The MIT Lincoln Laboratory, Harvard University, the University of Utah, Caltech, Carnegie Mellon University, Sun Microsystems, the University of California at Berkeley, and most recently, the Asynchronous Research Center at Portland State University. Finally, I thank Marley Ronkin, my intellectual companion and wife, with whom I work every day. It has been my good fortune to work in wonderful places with great colleagues and brilliant young people. I thank them all for the light they have brought and continue to bring into my life.
That was the acceptance speech from Dr. Ivan Edward Sutherland. Next, laureate in the category of basic research. Now, Dr. Osumi, please.
Your Imperial Highness Princess Takamado, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors, Consul General, and distinguished representatives of various fields, I feel very honored to have your presence. Today, I was presented a great honor, that is the Kyoto Prize in Basic Sciences. In the field of life sciences, I was told that I am the first Japanese since 1992, when the late Dr. Yasutomi Nishizuka, whom I respect very much, received the prize. This is a great honor, and this makes me realize that I have to do my best to deserve the prize. The phenomena of autophagy for which I was given the prize is a cellular mechanism to decompose the protein that is found in all cells. I wanted to be a pioneer in a new field, so about 25 years ago, I started to study the mechanism of decomposition vacuole of yeast, and that led me to the word of autophagy. Thinking back on those days, it's surprising even for me that the autophagy has become one of the most focused area of biology, with many researchers working very hard. Since then, we have come to realize the molecular mechanism of autophagy, and we are aware that the autophagy is deeply involved in the various the life phenomena, and it's of greatest pleasure for me that my small endeavor and discovery has opened a path to this outstanding development of the research of autophagy. However, this research area on autophagy is quite new. It's still developing. We hope to elucidate further so that the finding will help us understand pathophysiology of various diseases. I have to tell you that my research has been possible thanks to the strenuous efforts of many researchers who worked with me. And today, I see younger researchers who worked with me and now trying to elucidate the phenomena of autophagy from various perspectives. They are now finding new fields of activity and working internationally, leading the researches of this field. I am very proud of the fact that my younger researchers are leading the world, and I feel I was quite fortunate that I had wonderful colleagues. Even in the field of basic researches, the focus tends to be on efficiency, and researchers are now required to have short-term outcome for immediate use. I think my responsibility is to create a social environment in which the younger generation can fully open their mind to nature and pose fundamental questions of why. I would like to express my thanks to my parents who passed away, my brothers and sisters, my wife and 2 sons for their kind support. And also would like to thank many of my teachers and researchers at University of Tokyo, National Institute of Basic Biology, and Tokyo Institute of Technology. And also, I would like to thank Ministry of Education for their kind support for my researches. Also, I would like to tell you again that I feel quite honored to have this prize. So my appreciation goes to those experts involved in the selection process, members of the Kyoto Prize committees, and Inamori Foundation, and Dr. Kazuo Inamori, President of the Foundation. Thank you very much. This was acceptance speech by Dr. Yoshinori Osumi. Next is a laureate of the Kyoto Prize in Art and Philosophy, Professor Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak. Now, Dr. Spivak, Professor Spivak, please.
Your Imperial Highness, Princess Takamado, Dr. Inamori, and distinguished guests, I am overwhelmed that out of all the practicing humanities intellectuals of the world, the Inamori Foundation chose me as the recipient of the 2012 Kyoto Prize in Arts and Philosophy. I want to express my deepest gratitude with all due humility. I want to assure those present that although I feel I am undeserving of the honor, I will do my best to deserve it. The central task for the recipient of this prize is to ask, can art and philosophy bring about social justice? Ladies and gentlemen, I do not believe there is a direct line from art and philosophy to social justice. When artists and philosophers call for social justice, they are acting as responsible citizens of the world, themselves perhaps changed by practicing art and philosophy, sometimes using the weight of their prestige as celebrated artists and philosophers in order to make an appeal. The real contribution of artists and philosophers is that they change minds. Art and philosophy, detached from their producers, become instruments for viewer, listener, player, teacher, to be changed from mere self-interest. You notice that word teacher last on the list. I am neither artist nor philosopher, but I am indeed a teacher of the humanities. It is our task always to work for the future of humankind. The stream of art, within which is included literature and music, today the filmic and the hypertextual, must flow forever. The practice of philosophizing must be passed on from generation to generation, so that the human mind is prepared to use the technological setting to work of science for the betterment of the world. Today, this is particularly urgent because the digital has all the power and beauty of the wild horse. Without adroit handling, it can be destructive. This is why the Inamori Foundation is altogether wise to include us among the much more powerful categories of science and technology. I understand that I am the first Indian to be offered this prize. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than to be, once again, the agent of amity between two Asian nations. I say once again because I am no stranger to Japan. I have been closely allied with Hitotsubashi and Ochanomizu universities and have been a guest at Fukuoka, Waseda, Osaka, Okinawa. I had the honor of being the first Ushiba Fellow at the International House in Tokyo. I am a Bengali, and the illustrious Bengalis, Subhash Chandra Bose and Rabindranath Tagore, were, in war and peace, friends of Japan. This year, we celebrate 60 years of diplomatic relations between Japan and India. On behalf of my country, in this year of friendship, I thank you for the Kyoto Prize. I look forward to the coming days of joyous celebration and the opportunity to interact with young people and with colleagues in literary criticism. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. That was the speech by Professor Gayatori Chakraborty Spivak.
This year again, in the 28th presentation, the Kyoto Prize commended outstanding individuals for their great contributions. I'm sure achievement of laureates will further expand and bring about great benefits to our future and the future of our children. Expressing their thanks to the achievement of the laureates, the songs by children in Kyoto. 青い地球は誰のもの Whose is the blue earth is the message we carried since the first presentation of the Kyoto Prize, expressing the love of the blue earth. Children present traditional Japanese handballs. The chorus was by Kyoto Seibo Gakuin Elementary School Chorus. Her Imperial Highness Princess Takamado is leaving. Please rise. Please have your seat. Thank you very much for attending the presentation ceremony despite your very busy schedule. On behalf of the Inamori Foundation, the organizer, we would like to express our deepest thanks. The Kyoto Prize is an international prize to recognize those who have made a great contribution to the advancement of science and civilization and spiritual depth. And this year was the 28th presentation of the Kyoto Prize. Making sure that the Kyoto Prize as an international prize can make a greater contribution in the world. We pledge that we are going to do our best. We would like to ask you for your continuous support. Now we would like to invite family members of the laureate onto the stage. Please come on to the stage. We have the pleasure of having the past laureates. The laureate in 1999, Dr. Walter Munk. Laureate of 2002, Dr. Tadao Ando. Please join us for the stage. Today's music performance is by Kyoto Symphony Orchestra. The conductor is Conductor Laureate of the orchestra, Mr. Naoto Otomo. Thank you very much. Now the laureates are leaving. This concludes the 2012 Kyoto Prize presentation ceremony.